So we all know about the news this morning about the Giants releasing Andrew Adams after they decided to go with the younger safeties on the roster, and they felt like Andrew Adams, while he was having a very, very strong camp, he just didn't fit in their plans going forward in terms of what Wink Martindale was looking. And it obviously is a sign, because of the release of Adams, that a young safety, Dane Belton, the third round pick out of Iowa, seems to be a lot closer to a return. And it seems like the New York Giants like what they see from young, undrafted free agent Trenton Thompson. But we are wondering what exactly are going to be the corresponding moves that are going to coincide with the Andrew Adams release. Well, we just got the confirmation this morning from Jordan Renan, Pat Leonard, as well as the other New York Giants beat writers, that the Giants are actually going to be bringing back kicker Ryan Santoso, whom they released earlier this offseason, because they were going to go with Graham Gano as their kicker. But we all know during the last preseason game last Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals, Graham Gano sustained a concussion during the game, and he's been stuck in concussion protocol ever since. So the Giants need to get themselves a kicker to be brought in here while Graham Gano heals up. And that's why the New York Giants have brought back Ryan Santoso to the team. So obviously another familiar face makes his return to the New York Giants, and would not be surprised, because of the fact that Gano is still dealing with a concussion, Santoso actually goes out there and he's the place kicker for the game against the New York Jets this coming Sunday at 1 p.m. And obviously, of course, the New York Giants have also brought back wide receiver Travis Toivonen, who at points during training camp earlier on, he was actually running with the first team, and he was showing something out there, like guys like David Sills, as well as Colin Johnson and Richie James, as well as Darius Slayton. Travis Toivonen was actually having a pretty solid camp, but the New York Giants decided to move on from him about a month ago. But now he's back in here, so he's going to be obviously thrown right back into the wide receiver competition, see what he can do in the last few days. But overall, I think he's more of a camp body, and I pretty much agree with Santoso as well. While I like Santoso, he's been a solid kicker. Obviously, he was released by the Jacksonville Jaguars a few days ago. But Santoso and Toivonen are pretty much both brought in here to potentially be guys that are just going to fill the couple of missing spaces that the Giants need while they were dealing with some injuries, because we all know Colin Johnson went down with some injuries. They obviously brought in a couple of other guys like Jalen Moore as well as Bailey Gaither. But I think that Travis Toivonen is really just going to be a camp body right now for the wide receiver position. If he shows him enough, maybe you could sneak him on the practice squad. Ditto for a guy like Ryan Santoso. If he doesn't get signed by another team, it's always you could throw him on the practice squad just in case something happens to Graham Gano, and you have yourself another familiar face for that kicking position. So that's just the procedural moves that have been made by the New York Giants today, as obviously earlier on this morning they released veteran safety Andrew Adams, whom they just brought in a couple of months ago to the New York Giants or a month ago to the New York Giants as a veteran safety to go with these young guys in the group. But obviously they believe that the young guys have a little bit more to offer, and they want to see what the youth can bring to the safety position. And in a corresponding move after releasing Adams, the Giants have brought back kicker Ryan Santoso and wide receiver Travis Toivonen. So that's just my breaking news and roster updates I wanted to give you guys. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Subscribe if you haven't already to NYG Jeffy T 3285 for more breaking news updates and chatter surrounding the New York Giants, Brooklyn Nets, New York Mets, and WWE Wrestling, as well as food for thought. Turn on the bell for notifications on when the next video or short is going to be dropping on the channel. And let me know in the comment section what you think about the return of Travis Toivonen as well as Ryan Santoso to the New York Giants. And if you believe that this is just a procedural move and they're just pretty much guys that are just going to fill out the rest of this 80-man roster and eventually are going to be maybe guys that you could sneak on the practice squad, or if you think even with the limited time left, they could be guys that could potentially sneak on this roster. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday morning. Take it easy, and let's go New York Football Giants. Together blue, everybody. Have a happy Friday. And always remember, we big blue, we bleed blue.